Welcome to our first ever Early Career podcast. I'm Lucy, and today I'm joined by Pauline, Early Career and Volunteer Coordinator. Hi, Pauline.
Hi, Lucy. How are you?
Very well, thank you. As it's T-Level Thursday, as part of our National Apprenticeship Week, today we're diving into the world of T-Levels. So, Pauline, let's start at the beginning. What exactly is a T-Level?
Thanks, Lucy. Yeah, T-Level is a post-GCSE qualification. It's for 16 to 18-year-olds, and it's the equivalent of 3 A-levels. And the students come out with a qualification that allows them to go to university if they want to. It now has UCAS points attached to it, and it's a great opportunity for students to also have that work placement as well.
So what subjects are offered through T-Levels?
Oh, Lucy, there's over 20 qualifications, T-levels, that students can actually take part in, depending on what their interests are and where they aspire to be. For us, we are looking at T-levels hosting T-levels in business administration, health, finance, digital. The list goes on.
So it sounds like there's a T-level for pretty much every career path that somebody may choose.
Absolutely, yeah. And if people want to look at the full list, they can see it on gov.uk.
Amazing. So if we talk about industry placement, can you tell us a bit more about that and what it would look like for someone?
So industry placements vary depending on what specialism you are studying. For business administration, they come in and they do the full 315 hours of placement with us, and that's 1 day a week. Health is slightly different. They have an insight week in the first year, so they come in from Monday to Friday, really get a feel for what it's like, and then they go on to choose their specialism, and they come back for the second year and do the 315 hours of placement. That has day release from college, and in some months there might be a block placement. It really depends on the timetable and what the college is asking us to support.
Okay, thank you. A question we often get asked about is about occupational health and safety. So will T-level students need assessments and vaccinations like any new employee?
Absolutely, yes. So every T-level student is treated like a new employee. So they go through the recruitment process. They're supported through that employability because it's new to them as well. Mm-hmm. So we really want to support them through that. But we also have the occupational health requirement, the DBS requirement, and the ID checks as well.
Thank you. And a lot of people ask if T-levels are the same as an apprenticeship. So how would you answer that?
So T-levels are the opposite of an apprenticeship. Very similar, but opposite. So T-levels are 80% in the classroom, 20% in the workplace, and an apprenticeship is 80% in the workplace, 20% in the classroom. So the T-level students come away with 3 A-levels plus their industry placement hours. So really making them stand out when they're submitting their knowledge and skills in CVs.
Okay, so it sounds like a T-level is more of a mix of school and work, while an apprenticeship is more work focused from the very start.
Absolutely, spot on.
Okay, and once a student finishes their T-level, what happens next?
It's really down to the individual, but it opens doors in terms of straight into employment. So that if someone's studying health, might come in as a healthcare assistant, they can go on to university to study their degree, or they can come in and do a higher apprenticeship, such as the TNA. What we really want to do is give them the insight, and if they do go off to university, they then come back to us because they've seen the coach and they've seen what it's like, and it's a great place to work.
So it sounds from what you've said that it's really flexible depending on what the student wants to do after they've finished their T-level. It's up to them.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, Lucy.
So when we talk about T-level students, how can they fit into a pipeline of talent for a business?
As I just mentioned, what we really want to do is inspire them to be our future workforce. So what we want to do is give them the opportunities that they come in and they see the enormous amount of careers we have in mental health and learning disability. So then they go away, they're inspired, and they choose their study, or they go away and have some work experience in other organisations, but ultimately they come back to us that we've stayed in their mind and they want to join us for their future careers and professions.
Okay, so moving on from that, what are the benefits to an employer for having people undertake T-levels with them?
It really gives us an opportunity to show what it is like to work for Devon Partnership Trust. It gives our existing staff an opportunity to show their skills, to develop their coaching, their mentoring, their leadership, to take on board new ideas as well, and think about different ways in which we do things. That's really kind of just embedding them within the teams and being adaptable to change.
So it sounds like it's a great way for somewhere like Devon Partnership Trust to attract new talent, and employers get almost a chance to mould them with minimal upfront costs, beyond the usual training and health checks.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. So there's no costs involved at all.
Okay.
To us.
So for anybody watching today that thinks a T-level may be for them, where can they find out more information?
They can find out more information at the Careers Hub, so you can find us on the global address, but also we have a webpage as well, Careers Hub, and we have lots of information in there as well. And we look forward to any communication or contact from anyone who has a question, interested in hosting.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope this gives you a better understanding of what T-levels are all about and how they can benefit both students and employers.
Thank you, Lucy.